Comics Plus, what's going on? Hakusan here. How you doing? We're about to do an honest game trailer. Excuse me, I'm a little out of it because I haven't eaten at all today, but oh well. We're gonna take a look at honest game trailers. Star Wars Squadron. A little disappointing on my end. I'm not gonna lie, but I kind of knew what I was getting into with EA. I played this on the Oculus Rift, the original one, the CVR, CV1 version, and it was unplayable. Like I felt sick for like 8 hours after playing it. Like so it was like just such a bad experience for me. And the moment I took it off and started just playing it directly from PC, it worked fine and it looked good. But it was just at that point, I was just kind of not even interested in picking the game back up again. I do have the Oculus 2 now. I do have the Oculus Quest 2. But again, I just haven't really been in that mind frame to actually go back and play this game. It's really weird, man. And it was one of those really strange things of like Star Wars came out, and then at the same time I started playing Genshin Impact, and I'm like, I'm getting more out of this free game than I am this game I paid $60 for. So, anyways, let's go ahead and take a look and see what Honest Trailers has to say. Honest Game Trailers.
In a time when major franchises are dropping the ball left and right, and the
Yeah.
most popular thing to talk about in Star Wars is which film screwed it up the worst. Get ready for EA
Yeah.
to bring you a microtransaction-free game with one very clear message.
Oh god, we're still very scared about what happened with Battlefront 2. Please stop yelling at us.
Star Wars Squadrons. Strap into the cockpit of your favorite ship from the Star Wars franchise, as long as you like the popular ones, and take to the stars in a reinvigoration of the Star Wars dogfighting game, a mini-genre basically abandoned almost 20 years ago for reasons unknown,
True that.
despite the fact that it's one of the most obvious ideas for a Star Wars game,
True that.
where the giant capital ships behave like they're governed by the actual laws of physics. And everything else flies like it's a fighter jet still in Earth's atmosphere, instead of immediately turning the pilot into red paste the second they make a sharp turn. And that's kind of the whole game.
Yeah.
Fly an X-Wing, it makes a pew-pew sound. What more do you want?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Enjoy a discount Star Wars experience, where instead of trying to suck all your money out of you, you get exactly what you pay for.
But it's not
with
that
a
interesting,
$40
right?
price tag that buys you
Yeah.
a modestly long campaign and exactly 2 multiplayer modes.
Okay.
Then unearth the hidden gulf between the haves and have-nots buried deep within Squadrons, as you realize that the game was actually built for the type of lunatic that owns a HOTAS flight stick, and was heavily designed to work as a VR experience,
Yes.
from the detail of the cockpits to the
Yes.
point-and-click way
Yes,
you
yes,
move
yes.
around the hangars.
True.
Which is great for everyone who already spent racks of cash on that stuff, but kinda makes everyone else feel like, well, like they're playing a VR game on a screen. It's
But
like
it's
the
sharper.
gaming version of drinking Soylent.
I
Oh.
feel so unsatisfied.
Blast your way through Squadron's ample campaign, a post-Endor skirmish between the Rebels and the Empire that will have you literally playing both sides, in an
Okay.
impressively weightless and uninteresting storyline that basically serves as a long-ass tutorial, where you'll sit through a bunch of dialogue with either super serious or one-note quirky rebels, and a bunch of perpetually salty Imperials.
The New Republic will fall,
True
just
that.
like the last one. Could have maintained order after Endor, but no.
Until you can get to the next part where you shoot guys again.
Stupid.
In a series of missions clearly designed to get you to try all the ships and learn advanced techniques like not dying immediately to missiles. But unless you play it on a high difficulty, will probably just teach you to play like as you literally stop in mid-space and just shoot at the side of Star Destroyers like it's not even an issue.
True.
A habit that
True.
won't help when you're trying not to get absolutely wrecked in multiplayer. Spoilers, you're going to get absolutely wrecked in
Wrecked in
multiplayer.
multiplayer. Yep. Yep.
Step into
Yep.
the online gauntlet of Squadrons to test your mettle in 5v5 skirmishes where you can't hide your weakness. And battle against those aforementioned virgins who've built realistic cockpits around their PC rigs or whatever. As they fly an A-wing behind you and put 300 lasers up your ass before you can say Lando Calrissian. While you're still trying to figure out which of the tiny dots on your radar to shoot. Or hide your shame in the Fleet Battles mode, which is basically Battlefront Ships Edition, where you can feel like you're helping by shooting down AI fighters and capital ships, while you push to the big climax of shooting at another big thing that's sitting still. Then do it over and over again, I guess, and grind out those slightly different helmets. Until you either are destroyed by the flight sim nerds, or worse, you become one. So search those feelings and dredge up what dregs of nostalgia you can still find for Star Wars. Because in the decade since you last played one of these things, Star Wars has been wrung out like a hand towel for every last drop the franchise can produce. And the chance of it feeling like it used to when you played X-Wing or Rogue Squadron, rather than a $40 shrug, is about as good as you taking down the Death Star with a sock full of nickels and a golf cart.
Damn.
Starring mean space Brits, friendly but businesslike rebels, a bunch of disgusting aliens, and the minimum $500 you'd have to spend on peripherals to play this thing right. Star Wars, Bloodrin.
True that. True
You know,
that.
this game really drives home just how ass the TIE Fighter really is. Flimsy as hell, can't see out of the damn thing, and
Yeah.
they sound like a moose stuck in a washing machine. No wonder the Imperials are always losing.
Tell us what you
Damn,
like
that's
to
a
hear
good
in my
point.
honest voice
No,
in the
you know
comments
what?
below.
I'm not gonna lie. They kind of got me on that because like that's exactly like I was really that damn close to buying a HOTOS, whatever HTOS or whatever they're called. I wouldn't say that close, but like I was shopping around and looking at the prices, and I was just like, man, I might be down with that because I'm not gonna lie. Like ever since I played Mario Kart on VR, there used to be a place called VR Zone in Shinjuku where you could actually play Mario Kart in VR. I don't know if they ever made it to the States, but that would like, I remember two to 3 years ago, myself and Rita, we went there to go play that. And after that, we were both so like blown away at the mechanics of what it felt like to actually play in a simulation car and a simulation steering wheel, and to have all the sensors on your hands and everything. I went off and I started looking to getting a VR chair, a VR rotal chair or something like that, right? And it was like $1,500, and I was like dead ass about to buy that just so I could have that experience or whatever. And then when I started hearing about the Star Wars game, I was like, let me see about this flight simulator thing, because on top of that, I have Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. And I was like, man, but then I started researching it and I realized that Microsoft Flight Simulator does not work for VR at all yet. And I was like, okay, maybe I don't want that right now. But as you guys know, I am a huge VR enthusiast about all of this. I just don't want to fucking keep on spending so much money each time there's barely an incremental increase in how good VR is. But for what I will say is the Oculus Quest 2, I'm playing something called Drive Dash or Dash Dash or something, which is like the closest thing you're going to get to Mario Kart. It's probably terrible for streaming, honestly, but it is so fun to play at home and play with yourself, you know, just grab your joystick and, you know, shake it all around and blah! Yeah. It's good. I like it. I will give Star Wars another try, Squadrons another try. I just, maybe it's not really really good for streaming. I've noticed that is that whenever I stream a VR game, I think it's just kind of unwatchable for a good amount of people because people get motion sick because the screen is moving around but you aren't. So I understand that point. So I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Red Red Nation, stand up, speak up. Let me know. Are you down with the Force? Are you down with Star Wars Squadron? Have you played it? And are you enjoying it? Do you think it has life into it? I mean, there's a lot of franchises coming out right now. A lot of things coming out right now. A lot of AAA, quote unquote, AAA titles or IPs coming out right now. But it seems like nobody is really playing them. In particular, Avengers. What happened to that one, right? We'll talk soon.